part of our double header. We've just seen V-Power V's Hamlin Renegades beat the Mystic Fall Timberwolves 2-1 in a crazy game of Blitz. Now we're hoping for another crazy game from the Hot Dice legend himself, NTB99, and in Rodentia ad Nauseam against some little green goblins and a few rats in Underground Souls who have no chance of winning this game at all. No way. Every time I say that, it always backfires. I'm kidding. I've got no vested interest in this game. I've not killed a few hantaviruses to Nuffle to decide who wins this game. Quickly look at the teams, and I'm going to go straight into the game because I think the game might have already started. Rodentia Nauseam, then they have won a championship already. They came through a really tough group. They should have got knocked out last round, but NTB did great and somehow managed to win with a few crazy dices. His words, not mine. And got the win, and full credit to him. So now he's now the favourite here because his rats against the Underground Souls who've got their killer out. The best thing going for the best thing going for Underground Souls is their coach is very, very good, and he's very, very good with Underworld. So it should be an interesting game. Like I said, I really fancy Rodentia. I also fancy them against Serious Jester in the final because obviously Serious Jester doesn't like me tipping him. He doesn't like tipping me, and I thought it'd be terrible if I turn around and say, "You got this, Jesty." And plus, if Jester loses in the final, he's the underdog. He is the underdog. He's only probably got double the amount of TV than any of these two teams, but he's still the underdog. He is. It's what it is.
Dude, if Rodentia wins today, I'll be looking at about 1,000 TV he'll have in inducements.
To be fair, though, you would be the underdog because he's a former champion, as he tells everybody.
Yep.
He's a former champion. We never forget that. You've never won it, so you are the underdog.
Yep.
So
absolutely,
that's
absolutely true.
Absolutely. So obviously, let's have a look at Rodentia then. So they do have Ziz Sprint Dash, who's a very, very good one-turner. He's only AV6 though, and again, I don't think he's going to be able to keep him off the pitch. So he will be on the pitch all the time. He's got Koro to Virus. Be funny if he had a bad game. And he's got one other gutter. He's got one gutter out. That's a really good gutter he's got out as well. It's a Wrestle Leap Strength 3-piece. He does have Rafi Jr., who's a decent enough Storm Vermin, and he's obviously got a very good Lamb and with his Frenzy, and he's got a Dirty Player. And me and NTB had this joke about him fouling because he fouls first turn, and he usually gets sent off. So it'll be interesting to see if that happened. And then
Bernie, I think he will be able to keep Ziz off the pitch though, because he's going to get a bunch of journeymen to bring him to 11, and then he has a bunch of I think he's going to get inducement catch, right?
Oh, I don't know. So many people missing.
I don't know.
Actually, sure.
Yeah, you're right. I mean,
but NTB doesn't.
Inducement catch might get a player like.
Yeah, it could do, but
superstars.
NTB's always told me he doesn't hard one turners, so I expect him to be on the pitch, regardless. Kensington's a big miss for the Underground Soul because one is a rat. So that's obviously very important for them. And he is their Mighty Blow claw piece with horns. But I suppose it's against mainly AV7, so it won't be as big a miss than usual. But the problem with this team is there's too many goblins. I can't see NTB losing this game. I'll be honest. And that's no disrespect to Shaky. I just can't see it. I can't. I just think there's too many goblins. Unless the goblin armor holds, I think he's done for. But that's just
the thing is, I don't see is there a lot of tackle on NTB's
There's not.
But
he doesn't need much powers to get through to, break him, I guess. The game's on, so I will rewind it back, guys, and then we'll have a look and watch the game. I like I say, both of them are good coaches, and obviously yourself is as well, so it's going to be a good final regardless. Obviously, if it's you and NTB, it's going to be one spicy game. It's going to be hilarious. I think the build-up's going to be really funny as well. So in that way, that'd be great. But on the same point, it would be nice to see a race like the Underworld get to the final as well. And obviously, Shaker's a good coach. He's had such a bad time in Blitz, obviously this season, and he's took it like a champ. So in a way, I'm thinking, you know what? For your, the way you handle Blitz, you deserve to get into a final. So it's going to be interesting. So I'll just go back a slight bit. There we go. Let's have a look. Who's got... So Rodentia has got the swinging chain dude on. And guess who's off the pitch? Guess who's off the pitch, Jesty?
Hey, that doesn't go with what NTB told us.
No.
He said he doesn't hide gutter runners.
Yeah, well, he's off the pitch, mate. The 110er is off the pitch. Strange. I don't get that.
That must have been a mistake.
It must have been. He must have misclicked. Had to be. And we've got snow. Oh, 110ers are going to love snow. They love snow, does 110ers. And I tell you, the happiest person on the pitch right now is Underground Souls, because they're like, woohoo, it's a 3+ VGFRs now. Yep. So, that is huge. But, as we know, NTB does not rely on 110ers, so we're okay. So, here we go then. This should be a good game. And the, I don't know what you call him. I want to call him Mr. Tickles, I know he's not, but it's a stun by the big tentacle thing, sent Pancreas.
So it looks like Rodentia took a wizard, by the way.
Oh, wow. They did. Oh, that is filth. It's interesting, though, isn't it, the way the MML is, because I'm not a big fan of it. I like the way Champion Ladder do it, where you can only spend so much cash. Obviously,
you're talking about the financial fair play rule, which I tried to bring into the MML, and it was
shot down.
It was shut down.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it.
Is probably more accurate, but
yeah, I'm not a big fan of it, and I'm not blaming NTB for this, by the way. I'm just bringing this up that I saw when Elmer did it to you. I'm not saying he shouldn't have done it because it was a smart play.
No, I've never blamed him for doing it.
But I suppose in a way it's like if you're going to spend all the money, that means obviously, you're not going to bring a transfer in, but it doesn't bother with NTB because they're retiring, so it doesn't matter. But again, obviously. Right. I don't know, it's an interesting one, isn't it? I suppose he's thinking, look, I've got to have enough inducements if I get to the final, I've just got to get to the final. Where I would have probably said, you know what, I'm backing myself to beat these, I want my money to spend against Jesty. So I wouldn't have took the wizard, I would have backed my skill to get me there. And that's not a shot at NTB, by the way, that's just the way I would be thinking about it.
There's definitely something to be said about, making sure you get into the big dance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I understand that, yeah. And I think that's
by the way, this is Fez leaving Fez out there in this fashion. I don't like.
In what way?
And again, I'm just catching up. By the way, it's but on defense, Fez is back, but he is not surrounded on either side by players. So even though he's strength 7, all it takes is a troll to roll up there, knock him to the ground, and that's an automatic removal. There's no bribes, I don't think, available to Rodentia.
Oh, Dragoon, what's the financial room? I don't think we've got time to go through it. Basically, the underdog can only spend 40k of his own money, and plus obviously inducement money you'd get. It basically stops, say for instance, there's 10k between you, and the one who's under could go and get himself a wizard, would give him a massive unfair advantage. That's why he's brought in. And we just rolled a 1 on Aldgate the Goblin. And he's double wonned it. Wow. And it's gone out on the pitch. And it's been thrown where the rats are. Oh my god. And what a disaster. What an absolute disaster for the Souls. And I would imagine now the rats are going to pick this ball up. And that might be the last you see of it. And again, you see, we dice again. And the double 1 having a big impact on the game. Doesn't mean it's going to... he's got plenty of time to get himself back in the game, but I feel for Shaky because he had such bad dice in his other game when he kept rolling all these things, and it's happened again to him. But yeah, that's.
I'm still catching up. That's why I'm being quiet.
All right. Okay. Sorry. Well, you're gonna say.
No worries. I'm just letting you know that's why I'm being quiet.
Okay.
I'm still on turn 1.
NTB has been given a gift here. And he really should accept it. Well, while he's doing that, I'm just going to check something. Because I could have sworn my clans were playing. And I thought they'd still be playing now. What time are we on? 20:53.
Wow. Failing that pickup also saved Fez from getting knocked down by the troll.
Oh, God.
All he needed was 3 assists.
Sorry,
and then you don't have to worry about that ball and chain for the rest of the match.
And, oh, God. There's an armor break. Yeah, I mean that was cool, wasn't it? One that cruel, that double one, and then the ball could scatter anywhere, and it scattered out, and then it's thrown to the rats. That's the sort of thing what can tilt players and really annoy people because like you've battled so long for so many months, and then something like that could cost you the game. I mean, he's already, in my humble opinion, he's already up against it, and now the rats have it, and they've got a wizard. You know. But, you know, it's happened. You've got to try and bounce back now. There's nothing you can do about it. You can't feel sorry about yourself. You've just got to try and figure out how you get it back or see if you can make him roll a couple of double ones. Mike Blow's coming in. That's an injury. Fairlop's gone. And this is not a good start. I'm concerned that this could be very one-sided very quickly, unfortunately. I mean, I'll be honest. I did fear that when I saw the two teams. And, well, it's just got a whole lot worse. I suppose the other thing, though, you've got to be careful if you're the Rats, is that obviously anything you lose, MNG or worse, they ain't in the final. So, you know, I know you shouldn't think of the final when you're not there, but I'll be honest, I would be thinking that now. I'm thinking, right, I've just got to play this smart. Don't put anything what I need for the final in trouble if I can help it. You know?
What? Oh, why would he do that?
Wow.
Is that a misclick?
Oh,
but he delayed before he did it. So that tells me he delayed before he did that. So I
have no idea. I'll be honest. I don't get that.
He has to know, unless he doesn't know that if the ball and chain goes down, it's an automatic KO at the very least.
I'm stunned. I have no idea.
There was a delay before he selected it, so that tells me that, I mean, it may not have been a misclick, but that's weird. You're going to have to explain that to us later.
Yeah, I don't know. My brain's trying to think, what was he doing there? Because obviously a KO, obviously both down means he goes out. So that was a nice bit of luck for the Underground Souls. The problem is then the troll decides to go stupid. You know, what doesn't help. I mean, he needs his big players doing something. He hasn't got many of them, but I think it's safe to say that is his big player. What's he going for? Is he going for the DP? He's dodged out, so he's going probably... Oh no, he's going to just... Oh my word. Oh yes. This is what we want to see.
Whoa!
Well played, sir. Well played indeed. And that's what I'm saying about things like... He's just had something bad happen, and oh God, them dice again, them hot dice.
Wow.
You know. And then that
even had he followed the block,
he still would have caught it.
He would have still caught it.
Yeah. What I was going to say is it's great to see that. Oh God, he can get safe now. He had some really bad luck with obviously the double one, and he said, you know what, I've got to be positive. He gets positive, he gets the ball loose, and then that happens.
Yeah.
That's soul destroying. That really is. But it just shows how great of a coach he is. He saw it. The Rats didn't lock down the cage properly, or he thought, I don't need to because there's no way he's going to try it. But you've got to remember that's an agility 5 piece because he's got 2 heads as well. So they can get to places where most things can't. But he got away with it. So a lot of luck going the way of the Rats at the moment. I think everybody's fair enough to say that has happened.
Absolutely.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think there have been them crazy dice, to be fair, are there? What was they? So... Dodge 2+. 2+.
Yeah, there were 2+ with built-in rerolls, I think, right?
So it was nothing crazy at all. And I think he did that very similar against the Orcs in the quarterfinals. Fnatic got like a space through. And that's another ironic thing as well about Blood Bowl when we say Blood Bowl's real fickle. He knocked the ball out and the ball went into the crowd and the crowd threw it for Shaky Dog's team to win it. This time the crowd threw it to NTB's team to try and win it. So, you know, Blood Bowl is a very fickle game. It helped him in the quarterfinal. It's not helped him in the semi-final. But yeah, that's a big piece. I would be very surprised if MTB doesn't knock that down and foul it. I'd be extreme, because that is the piece. You can get rid of that piece. Happy days. Because that is one of these main pieces. But what we do know about... oh, that's Wrestle as well, so he'll get it down. Oh, he's pushed! some interesting.
He's gonna try to surf him.
Oh right, but no, you can't. Not like that. Oh god,
Yeah, you can.
Hang on, my screen's gone a bit weird.
Oh wait, has he? He hasn't used his blitz yet. Yeah, he can still surf him.
Why? Has he got frenzy? Where's his frenzy? It's miles away, isn't it?
Doesn't need it. Look at shin splints.
Oh yeah, so he can go there. Yeah, sorry, yeah. I did say he could do it at the beginning for some reason. I've lost track of what I was thinking, but yeah, he can do it. But the problem there is there's a lot of plays he's gonna have to use to do this now.
Yeah, but look, he's on the backside of the pitch with the ball.
Yeah.
Like he's got his player protected up. I don't know. To me, especially given that a lot, what a key player Temple is, I would sacrifice one turn in the positioning again on a drive where I'm not really even under pressure to score. It wasn't my offensive.
He's
drive,
not going for it though.
right?
He's going to go for something completely different.
Yeah, that's. I'm surprised.
The thing is, as well, is if he'd have wrestled, it opened up the foul, and also it means that player's on the floor. He's not on the floor now, and he's just showing you how good this player is. It's agility 5, and you've left him standing.
Yep.
Questionable. Yeah, Thunder says hot
There's
dice.
no guard on either side.
No, that's what I say. I think out of the two teams, personally, if I was obviously the Necromantics, I would prefer to play Shaky just because there's a 1-turn and Rats with loads of inducements are deadly.
Yeah.
Add hot dice to that, and you're in trouble.
Yep. No? And we all know, I mean, I think it's well established, NTB has really hot dice.
Well, NTB...
It's known for hot dice.
Thunden told me.
No skill in all hot dice.
Yeah, and I think that's why they're saying that if he won it, there would be OP. Rats would be OP. I think that's why they were saying.
Just kidding.
It'd be like, God damn it, you two! God, every time Thunder sees him, But yeah, to be fair, NTB's gotta. I mean, he's nicely done what he's done. He's sort of thought, right, if you're gonna gate crash again, I'll make sure it's only one die. So that's sort of well played. I'd have kept it with the Storm Vermin. I know he's got Mighty Blow, but
here's the other thing that people hopefully will notice about this formation. He knows that Shaky has a bunch of goblins that can just stunty their way into cages and take. And he doesn't have guard, right? So it's going to be a 1-die. And Shaky will probably gladly keep doing that. I'll just keep 67% with a built-in reroll into your cage and throw 1-die. Yeah, so doing it this way allows it, even if the ball gets freed, it's probably going to land in the tackle zone of probably 2, maybe 1.
Yeah, but don't you think that what you've said is totally valid? So don't you think it would have made more sense if they'd given that to a strength 3 player?
Yes.
Instead of giving it strength 2, because and
strength 3 player may
be
gone now because here comes Warren Street and he doesn't look happy about how this game is playing out.
Doesn't look happy at all.
Ball back and lymphocoriomeningitis is injured. That's his collarbone broken, smashed into bits. The Apo is ready to run in.
I don't think he's good.
And what will NTB do? Does he hold him back? Does he let him go? He's going to send the Apo out.
Failed. He's got Bezos Apo.
Oh, wow. That collarbone is going to stay smashed. And the poor little gutter runner.
I just realised what's happened. I've just seen the Apo go off, and it's Han. Han's come on as the Apo. Laughed, gives it a boot, gives him the finger, and it's gone off. There you go. That's
petty of you. That's petty, Bernie. I love it. I'm here for it.
Han has just basically nobbled. I mean, he's a gut runner and he's an assassin, and he's just basically. You think you want to call me up? You want to call me up? I'm gonna make sure you don't get to the final.
Oh man!
I dare you to ask for another Apo. I dare you to. I dare you to ask me to Apo your 1 turn. I dare you right now.
There will be no more Apos. Han is being escorted from the stadium by security. This is Rodentia Stadium. He's screaming. He's yelling at security. Who the hell do you think you are? I built this stadium.
And I say he's just getting dragged out. I can see he's got a Rest in Peace Shawn Michaels t-shirt on there as well. Oh, and here comes they're starting to trash the stadium. Oh, see, we've got riots. Oh dear, it's all kicking off.
That
So better
reminds
get
me
them
of when
ogres
like,
over
they
there.
threw Charles Barkley out of Madison Square Garden. Charles Oakley, I mean, at Madison Square Garden. People weren't happy.
Well, controversial already. He's obviously he got it very quick. I don't know how close the two stadiums are, but yeah. Well, he's not had a good day, Han. He's now being sent off in a game he wasn't even in. It happens, I guess. But yeah, he needed
Dragoon
that.
says Han is a rat of the people.
Han is look. I love Han, and yeah, it might have cost us a final, but there's another 10 players on that pitch, so they need to kill the full team. If they'd have done that, we'd have won.
To be fair, everybody else on that team seemed to have done their job, though. And it was really
didn't, did they? Nobody tackled him. Nobody tackled him, though, did they? Nobody tackled the one-turner. They let him through. I got your back, Han. I've got your back.
True. Okay, true. They didn't play defense adequately. I'm wondering, this is looking like he's setting up for the foul on Edgeware. Do you risk the 50K journeyman lineman to foul that goblin with the 2 heads?
The only reason I would do that is because he's got a niggle, so it's a +2 if you break armor normally.
Yep.
That would probably get him off, and the way NTB fouls, he probably will, but he shouldn't. I've tried to learn him how to foul NTB. I'm saying, look, if it's a good piece, foul it. If it's a rubbish piece, don't. And I'm really proud of NTB. He said, you know what? It's a nice trap. I'm not going to do it. I'm really proud.
Two-headed goblins can be a real pain in the butt, though.
They can, but I like what he's done, and he's just lost a gut runner, so obviously he wants to try and keep 11 players on the pitch if he can. Yep. Obviously the Fnatic's not coming back. A red die is always... Oh, that's not...
Cheeky.
That's not bad. That's not bad. I think he was thinking, God, I hope this goblin knocks me down so I don't get hit by a claw. That's what that was. Now,
yeah.
I mean, none of these are in chat, are they? I don't think. I hope not. No, they won't be
I don't see either.
What you do is you knock down this land rat, you blitz with whatever, and you put that tentacle piece on the gutter runner with the ball.
Yep.
That's what you do.
The only way, you'd have to blitz the, the one at the top. Yeah.
You get
the bottom.
Yeah. It's a bit risky, but.
Especially because they could try and push.
To be fair though, you've got Snow. Oh no, maybe not with Snow then. Because obviously he's defended it really well as.
No, you're right.
Down here.
You're right.
Nah, thing of that. I don't trust big guys.
MTV is probably hyper aware of the danger that tentacle troll.
Yeah, and that's very well played. That's very well played on NTB's half there, I think.
Nobody has ever accused NTB of being a bad coach.
Nope.
That's for sure.
Nope. But there is he could get a 1. Can he get a 1? Right. Okay. So Aldgate, the agility 4 goblin, has horns, so he's strength 3.
Oh, so that's a 2-die.
If he can somehow, he needs to get
stunty his way in there. It's It's an 83%
he needs
dodge.
to get rid of the Lano, and then he needs to base the ones up top, stand up the niggled goblin, who we should have fouled. See how we changed that.
Right.
And then obviously blitz 2-die with your really cool Aldgate dude, who probably will get minced. Whatever happens.
He's only going to get a 1-die out of it if he does it now, though.
He can get 2-die.
No, because Raffi's still there.
Oh,
you got to put a body on Raffi.
Yeah, sneak. Oh no, that. Oh well.
Unless you come in the other way, it would be a 2-die actually. Then it would be 1, 2.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. No, he was right. He would need to. Yeah, but the thing is though, if you move edge. Oh, you've got to be kidding me! As long as you don't roll a 1. Oh wow.
Eesh.
Double 1.
That was the way to do it, though.
Come on, yeah, that was the way. Dear me.
Damn, so he rolled a 1 to go really stupid or bonehead or whatever it was.
And then rolled another 2 1s on top of that.
Another 2. Wow.
Man.
3 1s in a row.
I mean,
that's blood bowl, Bernie.
Yeah, that's blood bowl. I mean, to be fair, he defended it really well. Did NTB
Of course, that's a good setup. It is a very good offensive
setup.
The
only thing I don't like about it was it should be on a strength 3 piece. It should not be on the strength 2 piece. Because he's got. I mean, if you're thinking, well, I'll give it to the strength 2 piece, I'm going to rely that he's going to roll 2 double 1s. That's not a good game plan. You know, I like this defense setup. He's learned from obviously what happened at the other side when he came and Cage dived in. But that again, you don't like to see games heavily swayed by dice, and I hate using that word, but that's two big lots of double ones. He got the ball loose, and then it landed in his other players' hands. So Shaky's not had any good fortune at all yet, and he's just got to hold on and hope it changes. That's all you can do. His troll keeps rolling stupid. You know what? And he's the biggest enforcer, and obviously if they could have got him, even I don't know, sticking on 2 of these lamb rats, he would have helped. You know?
Yeah. Absolutely.
I mean, the snow is going to be a problem. It wouldn't surprise me if he doesn't just score here, you know.
Oh, he's going to stall. So the crowd, the MML crowd chanting, just score, just score, just score. But he's not trying to listen.
And obviously the stadium crowd are going, Han, oh, you know.
This is Koro to virus. Is Koro related to Han?
No, he's a wannabe, apparently.
I don't know. I think NTB gets to write that story. I'm not sure if he is or not. If he's not, I would have liked to see the name. I guess he would have thought that was too maybe inappropriate. Koro now virus.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, what is it? Is it coronavirus? It's supposed to...
Coronavirus.
Yeah, it's sort of like... it seems like it's a play on the coronavirus, to be honest.
Right.
But
right.
I don't know. Personally, I wouldn't have that name, just because obviously a lot of people died, but, you know.
Yep.
I think it's a bit, but maybe that's just me. But it might be, I don't know if he is or not. Like I say...
I mean, come on. We know what it is.
I don't want to get embroiled in a Survivor scandal after we've already had a scandal in the final, and now I've had my star player get ejected from another stadium.
It's okay for us to say we don't like the name. It's not in good taste.
All right, okay, you can say it for me.
I mean, you know, whatever. You can have a different. I mean, we're not saying string him up, you know, but
it's good how he's doing it. But he says it's a totally different viral strain. There you go.
Is coronavirus a different strain?
Thunder's obviously had a word with him, and NTB spoke to him about it, and that's fair.
Really?
Yeah, I suppose that it implies, though, doesn't it? There's a few other wordings I could say, but there's no way I'm gonna, in this day and age, say any of them. But if you remember, what they call a necro blitzer.
What? Wait. So that...
I get it. I'm on about, you know, when people can thingy names, like read into names, and obviously we had the issue in the champion ladder when some guy said he named his team after his blitzer. The only problem with that, it was called White Power.
Oh, right.
Double skull. I don't believe this. It's another. Push him in. Oh, wow. I mean,
he's not getting helped. I mean, they'll be honest. He's not getting helped.
He's. I mean, it's not MTB's fault, but
of course, that's not MTB's fault. It's okay for us to point out that one side is playing better than the other. That's very clear. The moves are there, man. The coaching moves are there. Shaky's doing his thing. It's just those players are not coming through for him.
These are the games. If I ever get salty, these are the games, because I'm like, he's basically giving me shots on the ball. I feel like I'm outplaying my opponent, and then the dice are going, well, you know what? I'm going to give you another double one to go with that other double one, and I'm going to give you another double one, and then I won't give you double one this time. I'm going to give you the audacity of pushing him into the end zone. So I can't think of anybody who would not be at least annoyed right now. You know?
Absolutely. And it's not like the shots on the ball he's giving him are not super unlikely, like you've pointed out.
They're like two pluses.
They're two pluses with rerolls built in, you know, so it's like, I could totally see Shaky being like on the border of tilting if he's not already tilting.
And that guy's got tackle as well, hasn't he? He's blitzes. That guy's blitzing's got tackle as well, so there's a good chance of him getting the ball down with 4 dice. You know, but sometimes you need good fortune, and NTB's had it. It's just the way it is. You know, you know, it is what it is.
I also do want to, by the way, I want to give a shout out to the MML for, sometimes I feel like there is a little too much of a willingness, just for my taste. I feel like there's too much of a willingness to entertain some people's outrage about some things. Like when it comes to like pixel hugging and stuff, I'm not a big pixel hugger. But to get out for, I am really pleased to see that Thunden reached out and talked to him to be like, hey, what are you doing here? What is, because that could really, people are dying and that could rub somebody the wrong way.
I mean, that's what I looked at. I thought, well, do we say anything about it or what? Or I just think sometimes, like I said, when we had that problem with the obviously the Necro's white, the Necro's blitz is called white, and obviously he'd use that, and I'm like, come on, man, that can be taken. So and it's like, well, why? It's a white. No, we know what you're doing that for. I'm not having it. I said to the admins, I'm not having that name. It's not happening. It's got racist sort of tones. I'm not having it. It could offend people. So and the guy might be just honest. It might be honest, but I'm like, mate, that to me applies something what would have disrespect. But apparently NTB went to him, so that's totally. Oh my god, they've lost a turn now. Oh my god.
Yeah, and when it comes to like social justice issues and stuff like that, NTB is definitely very sensitive to that kind of thing. Yeah. So I don't imagine he would have.
No, well that's why he said he came to him. So that's fine. But look what's happened now. He's lost a turn, so he had 2 turns to score, and now he's only got 1, and he can't do it because look where the ball's landed as well.
Nope, no way. Yeah, because you can't even in a blizzard you can't even attempt the long pass.
And you can't throw and then throw with the underworld.
Oh, with the troll, right?
Yeah, so he could have done it anyway. I'm not trying to have a go at NTB. I'm definitely not doing that. I just feel sorry for Shaky because he's done well to get this far, and everything has just took a huge just not happening. And the only thing I will say, and this has proven it quite conclusive, is that the Bernie's tip is lucky. It's not a curse. It's not a curse. I will stress I tipped NTB to win this. The bad luck is going to the team I said what wouldn't win this. Just making that out there. Just pointing that out right now. So.
Hey, it's not over. It's not over. I definitely will say again. I can empathize with Shaky right now.
Yeah.
When you're at turn 8 and you've played, an hour now into a game of just getting, or half an hour of getting crapped on.
Yeah.
It's definitely the tilt is potential, and I can feel it. It's like that little rising, like your stomach, like I want to throw my controller. And there's nothing wrong with that, man. We're human, and that's what it is, But there is still there's a potential light at the end of the tunnel. Things could turn around.
I mean, the only when you have games like this, the only good thing, especially if it's being streamed as well, is that you can say, look, I don't think many people in the world would have been able to do anything with what has happened. I did this. I got shots on the ball. I got the ball loose. It bounced and he caught it. I went to put the ball up in my end zone. I draw the 1-1, and then the ball getting out, threw it to him. And then I had 2 turns trying to score, then he lost a turn. What am I supposed to do? And sometimes I'm afraid it just these games happen. Unfortunately for him, it's coming probably his biggest game of his MML career. I
mean, just to get here this far with an underworld team like this, and it's not even like they're a super underworld team. They have some really good players. Look at this crap. Still, again, his players are taking a dump on him. I mean, really, what did he say something to offend them or what? They're like rebelling on him.
I don't know. I just don't know what
that was
to
a
say.
terrible throw by Warren. I mean, maybe if you ask Warren, that was a purposeful bounce pass.
Well, you don't get an XP for that though, so he's.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's bounce passing to be fancy. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he's just trying some trick plays. Just because he's on TV. Hey, look. I don't know. I just I like. Especially when I'm streaming, I like close games between 2 teams where the dice don't really affect. And like I said,
they always affect, but you're saying maybe like swings and roundabouts or both.
Swings and
roundabouts.
I'll
say again, like in my playoff game yesterday, and we'll have we'll have disputes about whether my dice were good or bad. I felt like they were bad, but at the same time, then again looking back, and I was during the match, I was concentrating about how I was feeling and how my dice felt to me, and then as I'm watching it back, I'm like, damn, Alma had some pretty pretty bad instances of dice too. So we were both probably feeling disgruntled, And if you have both you know, like what do they say about negotiation, right? If you come to a deal that both sides are upset about, or, you know, or not happy with, then it's probably a good deal.
Yeah.
You know, probably a fair deal. I mean.
Yeah. No, I get you. I get you.
You know, but in this case, I think one coach is pretty happy with his dice, and the other one is not so happy.
I mean, the funny thing is, it's not really NTB's dice. His dice don't have to do anything. It's Jakey's dice have done it
terrible
for him.
dice.
Yeah, so you know, I mean, I know we've all been laughing and joking about his hot dice, but it's not actually been his dice. It's been Jakey's horrible dice. I mean,
it's not like NTB's removing a bunch of the underground souls either. Like that, it took him two rerolls to get both down. Didn't even get a POW.
You know, I mean, and he's that fulfilled as well for NTB. So you know, he's not really. You know, the only good piece of luck he's had is obviously because Shaky's dice have just said no. You can have loads of ones, and and that's it. But I mean, that's the only reason I feel bad for Shaky, because if it was like 5 plus cage dabs or 6 plus or whatever, then I'd say, well, you unlucky NTB, he got there in the first place. But when they're 2 pluses or 3 pluses, then you know it is unfortunate, isn't it? But you know, sometimes you just need luck, and you know, I'll quite happily take a look, not a problem. You know, but it's a new half. You never know. It might change round.
Again, in any sport, a coach can only create a game plan. Players still got to execute it.
Yeah.
So one set of players right now is playing like they're inspired, and the rest of and the other team's players are playing like they're surprised to be here right now, and they expected to be drinking beer and watching this match instead of being on this cold ass field right now.
Yeah. I mean, the snow might save him. I mean, I don't know what he's going to do, NTB. I think if the the snow wasn't there, I'd have been tempted just to 1-turn it, go 2 up and go. Thanks very much.
Right.
I've got a wizard as well. Right. See you later. In the snow, though, it's a bit more deadly. Because at the moment he's not been able to protect his ball carrier. It's only been Shaky's dice was basically made sure his ball carriers kept the ball.
Isn't it easier to protect the ball carrier right now, though, on offense? I'd say, on offense, you're expected to like screen off the ball carrier and all that. Where on defense, I feel like it's easier to expose that one-turner. And he can't take him off the field now. He's down to 11 players exactly, right?
Yeah. Thing is, though, he's got the wizard, so he can play this 10? However he wants.
Yeah.
He'll have 10 players because one of them was
10 players, right?
Junior, wasn't he? He was a lone, a dare player. So
he may be thinking protect Han right now, and Han? Just give him the ball, let him sit back there with the ball. I mean, not Han, sorry.
Oh dear, but yeah, I feel for Shaky, I really do. I mean, I just thought NTB would win it, but I didn't expect him to win it like this. Oh dear, but it's not over yet. I think
not at all.
It's really hard. I mean, I like Shaky. I think he's a really, really good coach. But I'm just thinking, God, he needs some help from Nuffle.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna removals are gonna be key here. Yeah. Because I mean, this is AB7 he's facing, and he's got. Does he have Claw and Mighty Blow? Yeah, he's got Claw and Mighty Blow. On at least one player.
Oh, only on the Troll. Yeah. The Troll's the only piece with the Claw.
The Troll. Yep. So I mean, if these numbers change, it could be harder for NTB to be able to protect his key players. Yeah. He seems to be keeping Ziz back and saying Ziz is going to just hold on to this ball and sit in safety, and we're going to slug this out.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't hate that. He's got the wizard as an insurance policy as well, so
good call.
You know, this is probably try and get 1 or 2 of these removed. Happy days. He's still got his deck play if he wants to stamp.
Looks like there may have been a pause.
Oh, not another smoke break. Is this in respect to Alma? You didn't get your smoke break, Alma.
This is in protest for what happened in our match. Yeah,
that's it now. The protesting.
Hashtag smoke break T-shirts come out and hats. It should be hashtag respect the smoke break. This should all be MML merch.
Yeah, absolutely. Smoke breaks matter.
It's okay to it's okay. It's okay to punish those kids and hashtag respect the smoke break.
Dear, I don't know what this. I'm nicely sat down. I'm dripping with sweat. That's what I've got. My headset's soaked. It's boiling here, and I'm like, really should go and look on Discord because I'm sure somebody has. Oh, here we go. There you go. They've done it already.
Hey, shout out to Berzo and who was taking. He's got a sideline seat. Ooh, somebody
no.
to top it off. It's like, that's the kind of thing right there.
No.
That it's got when it snows, it pours, right?
Oh, dear me. I don't know what to say anymore. I don't. This is just. What has he done to deserve this?
This has got to feel like a blizzard of crap to Shaky.
Oh man, I can imagine Shaky a little pep talk, right? Bad dick, bad, real bad. Let's just woosah.
Yeah.
Let's chill out. Second half's gonna be a lot better. There goes the kick. Bang, rock. One more. Mother beep.
Yep.
Screw you, Nuffle. Oh man, I don't know what to say apart from.
And that might as well have been a badly hurt because I don't think that NTB is letting this underworld team get that ball for quite a while.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, at least these hits are not getting it done.
Oh, God, I mean, shame he can't throw the rat. Get over there! Go get the ball! Saying that, if he tried that, don't throw it into the crowd. The way his game's been going on.
Right.
Or the Trollodite goblin. just taste now.
No, at this point, I mean, you got to win the attrition if you're Shaky. You got to do something.
His troll's got to do something.
I don't even know what to do, man. Yeah, I don't even know what to do here.
Oh, well, that helps.
Wow, I mean, the blocking dice are just not being kind at this point.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't think NTB's dice have been great. They've just been ordinary, but they've only needed to be ordinary. So it's not like I'm saying, oh, his dice have been great, because they've not. But he's not really had to do anything. Because Shaky's dice have just been so bad.
Yep.
You know? But it's nice that he didn't waste the reroll. I'm proud of him. Proud on you, NTB.
Where's the blitz going to go?
Well, he's done the blitz. They might blow 3 die. Yeah, Raffy Jr. So the thing for Shaker now, he's got to think, right, I've got to stop that other gut runner, because I don't, like Alma did to you, where he tried to block off the handoff play. That's what he's going to have to do here. He's got to try and it's not easy, because that gut runner can go all over the place, but or try and get the troll at least holding 2-3 players up. Just do some. Oh wait, I don't like that. I don't like that gut going that far back. I don't know why you would put the gut that. Maybe he's scared that the blitzer was the agility blitzer. The agility blitzer might come and break him. But that's very defensive.
He could throw him. He could throw him if he wanted to.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes when you're in such a good position like this, going too defensively can blow up in your face. I would have liked.
That's what I did in Alma pressed me.
Yeah. I would have done at the start of this half. I would have gone right. I'm gonna go and score. It might take me 2 times. I'm gonna score. Because tell you what'll happen. I either score and I win the game, or I fail and it's 1-1 and I get another crack at it.
True.
Being down here does not help yet. This actually helps Shaky Dog. Now, if it had sent his gutter up into a scoring position sort of thing, or tried to spread the field, that would have helped. But he hasn't. He's gone in such a defensive position like this. If I'm Shaky, and if you turn around to me and say, what do I want to see NTB do? This is what I want to see NTB do. Send his 2 scoring threats right down here. You know? Because then I can...
Yeah, and I'm sure there's different philosophies, because I'm sure what NTB is probably thinking is, no, I'm going to force them to come down here, bring people to try and come get me.
Yeah.
And when they do, then I'm going to, then I'll just speed behind him. So we'll see. This is where it's, who's the better maneuvering coach.
I mean, the other thing as well is, what I said at the beginning of the program. Even if you're going to win, you then start thinking of protecting your best players. He's already lost one of his big players for the final. He doesn't really want to lose another gutter. I think he's got another gut runner who would be back for the final if he makes it. Yeah, I mean, he could
this is now an issue, by the way.
it could hand off.
Embankment being there is an issue. 2,
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He can. That's smart by Shaky, man. He's where he is right now. He can reach anywhere in this backfield. So if NTB is well, see the thing is, NTB will probably then blitz him.
Mm-hmm.
Unless Shaky brings these players down.
Mm-hmm.
He's protecting those 2 key players back, but now he just left this line right out to dry.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what he's doing with his troll there, because his troll went in and he locked up 2 players, but then he used his blitz and now he's tagged it with another. So that troll's not actually benefiting anything. The troll, I thought that was going to hold 2 players up so the rest of them can go and do whatever they want, because then then the rat would have to put another 2 players on to get a 2 die on that troll, but he's not going to do. So you've basically just played into the rat's hand. Now the rat should go down the left now and make a play. Will they or not? We're going to see. But I just think now all of his best players, well, most of his best players are at one side of the pitch. But I will stress again, given the gut runner, the ball helps Shaky. And Shaky's shown 3 times now he can get to you. So and don't forget, Algate is strength 3 on the blitz. How many? He's got blodge, I get that, but how many times have we seen blodge fail? Quite a lot.
Yep.
So
a lot.
So for us, I guess it's good for us because there's a chance that this game might go closer than we expect. Because I think if he gives that to the strength 4 frenzy piece, this game's over. But he hasn't. He's just given it to his gutter. I mean, I thought I'd have given it to. I'd have given it to my strength 4 piece and go, come and get it.
Yeah, because there's no strip ball on the other side, right? There's no strip ball on the underworld side.
So it's a red die, whatever you do.
All right, now NTB will point out after he watches this in retrospect how bad his blocking dice were because he's unable to knock people down.
I would agree that then them 2 10s have been bad for him, and I would also give him credit not to tilt and re-roll that. But on the other side, I would never even dare turn around to you at the moment and turn around to you just say, "Oh man, I just had 6 really bad dice." After what Shaky had, I think if you turn on Shaky in Captain's chat and say, "Oh my god, my dice are shocking," I think Shaky might strangle him. Because I would not be impressed if he joked, fair enough. But if he was genuine, saying my dice are terrible after what happened in the first half, I'd be like, "Are you serious? Are you trying to troll me now? Are you serious? Really? Do you believe that?" We need to go a bit worse than that, mate. But it was really well played by NTB there, not to go, "God damn it, I didn't get him down again." Push the re-roll button. So well played on that, and I like what he's doing here. Now he's there. This is smart, and he's doing what I thought he would do. Go down the left. This is smart play. He's going to tag up. Yep, he's going to tag up. No, he's not going to tag him up. I was going to say he's going to tag him up. That's good play, but he's not. Oh, wait, what? Okay.
Yeah, he's putting him. So I think here's what I think happened. I think time started running short.
Right.
And I think that he started figuring out, I'm not like me moving this journeyman one more space to seal it off is too risky, especially with the GFI being 67% now. It's a 3+, right? And decided, you know what? Abort. I've done this too. Yeah. Sometimes you're like, this looked like a good plan, and then I couldn't. Yeah, abort, and he's going to run his guy back out here out of range.
This is not a drill.
Although, abort. You know what? Honestly, Bernie, 2 GFIs. Oh no. Okay.
I wouldn't have done it. I would not have done the snow. Yeah, I'd have been like, because it's 2. I mean, we've seen a few double ones, but I'm always
right.
You know, I
but he does have to shake stuff up. You know, like it would almost be worth it to mark him. Like just save that to be your last move, and then 67 for 3+ rolls to get there.
Yeah, but
I've just thrown it out. It's a possibility. I'm not saying it's the right move.
I would look at that, the way my luck's gone, I'll do it, I'll fail it, I won't use a re-roll, he then gets injured, he's out the game. If I do get there, I'm banking on a double 1. Now, we have seen them, but my game plan usually relies on more than I hope he rolls a double 1. If he does, I know I'm in trouble. I mean, he is in trouble, and you're right, and I know you've got to put some pressure on. I just think
this is kind of smart right here. Wait, hold on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, what is he doing with the troll?
The troll's like, hey.
He's going to stand down.
Oh,
No, he's really
That
stupid.
troll.
Oh,
I hate
that
this
troll
guy.
is letting him down. Jeez, man, it's.
I
I
think
don't care. I don't want to
I
hear
don't know.
anybody say that. No, there's once.
Oh
Oh
my
God,
word. Oh.
it just keeps happening right now.
Oh no. Oh
Oh,
no.
oh man,
Oh no.
that's oh.
I don't know what to say. Because he's troll rolled a 1, and that's 4 ones, that's 5 ones on a bounce. And then obviously for the armor break, of course he rolled high. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I really I'm not gonna lie. I've seen this happen before. If you stream enough, you'll see this. But I've seen this for a long time. This is
pretty
now
bad.
getting to. I don't know what you can do, but this is a great chance now to put this to bed. The only issue now is because he's in the snow and he's right at the back here.
Yep,
He's made
yep.
it awkward for himself. I'd have liked to have seen at least another rat come down to go to the other side of where, obviously, embankment was, and then he'd have had to have done something, you know. But I mean, I just can't believe it. I really can't. You know, this is just cruel. And obviously there's no one there, and there's no one there. And is that one GF? He didn't need to GFI. You just go down the side. I just, you know,
like you said.
you know, I just feel sorry. I mean, I've said this about anybody. You know, it's not anything to do with NTB, but you know, you'd have to be pretty sad if you didn't feel anything for shaking. That's a smart blitz as well. I was looking at Algate.
It is.
Oh yes, that's Algate splattered as well.
What's crazy, and here's the thing, right? It's you're watching all of like the results from Shaky makes a plan, rolls dice, and that plan goes to shit.
Yeah.
And then you got like NTB waited until like he went and made all those other rolls to get the ball to Virus, right? And now, once he did that, Virus is in range, I think, right?
He's one square away. So he's in one GFI.
1, 2. No, what I mean, he's in range for Aldgate to hit him.
Oh yeah.
So what if that block went wrong?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and it didn't. It went perfectly. It went exactly. So again, like the game plan is solid, but it's just one coach is making a solid game plan, and his players are following it, and lo and behold. That coach is getting good results, and meanwhile, the other coach is making game plans, and his players are doing the exact opposite.
It's just it's just it can be a cool game, it can be a salty game, can Blood Bowl. There's no two ways about it. Okay, that's an interesting position to be in. I don't hate it because obviously if he'd gone an extra square, then if he did roll the POW, that ball could go out. So I like what he's done there. He obviously listened to the Blitz final. And I like
this is. I'm seeing a potential 2-die.
At the moment we have a 2-die. Yes. Where's that coming from? Oh, and he's rolled it. Where? I didn't see that. Where is it? Wherever it is, it's filled.
I don't know. I don't know. Okay.
Oh wow.
Okay. Wait.
Okay.
So this.
Well, can he get a 2-die though? Because there's no, he can't because there's others there. He'd have to block one of. Yeah, he's in okay.
That's a 2. Look, so look. You got a you have this goblin right here. You got Edgeware, right? He can, and he's rolling. He's got 2 heads, so each one of those are 2+ dodges, stunty.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, and then 4. So you're looking at 4 dice rolls with dodge and some rerolls. It could happen. That's your first person goes in and puts the mark on him, and then Shepherd's Bush comes in and lets him have it. Maybe maybe you're better off just rolling a 1-die though.
The snow's going to be a problem here. It's a 3+, and it's even worse for him because the way his dice have been.
Yep. Who knows though? Maybe sometimes Nuffle gives back all in one shot.
Maybe.
Right now though, I would have took. Take that shot with the troll.
Hey, guess what? A roll of 1 again.
Oh my God! This is really insane. His players are. This is mutiny. Mutiny.
I just don't know what to say.
Is he going for the? Oh, he's just going for. No, you gotta re-roll that. You gotta re-roll that. I want to see that. I want this to work.
It won't though.
Nuffle has to pay him back. Oh,
there's
Nuffle, you
more.
cruel son of a bitch! He waited until the very last roll to let him slip on that turf so that Shaky bought in and burned a reroll. That's how cruel Nuffle is. That's what a terrible entity Nuffle is. No one should worship Nuffle. He's awful.
That's just unbelievable. Well, and it's just terrible for him. I really, really feel for him. NTB's just giving him shot after shot after shot of the ball, and it's just... I feel really bad. I'm not even playing the game. I can't think how... I mean, I suppose if anybody's got a pretty calm persona, maybe be Shaky.
In all fairness, that was a lot of rolls, and you expected there was a good chance he wouldn't make it. But to just save it for the very last GFI is cruel. Oh, it's cruel. Or did he also have another dodge roll after that?
I don't know. I'm just so depressed for him. I mean, I think the thing what would trigger me, apart from the horrendously bad dice, is it just keeps giving him shots on the ball. I mean, to me, I would have just scored. I'm 2-0 up. I've got the wizard. Job done. But I'm going to tempt it. You know? And the thing is as well...
This is how I feel at Sea Ladder when somebody sits right next to the sideline, and then I roll like a 1 in 9. It's no surf.
And the thing is as well, I'm thinking of the welfare of the players as well. If he scores that 2-0, he can then just use his line rat and his wizard to turn him over again or try and block him off. And then keep his rat safe. If that happens, he could have broke him. He could have broke that rat in half. His apple's already gone. But no, he says, Nuffle's got me. Don't worry about it. Joke's on you guys. I don't have to roll hot dice. Just need to make sure Shaky doesn't roll anything. But I mean, dear mate,
that's where the pals went.
Yeah, well, yeah, they're all in one pocket. But you know, I mean, NTB's. I thought he's done what he needs to do, but man, if he does this against you, he'll be murdered. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I tipped you 50 times. If he plays like this against you, he'll get murdered because he's giving too many shots at the ball. But then again, you might because you've got a strength 4 leap, haven't you? So
yeah.
But man, this is a really awkward stream because in a way I expected the Rats to win, and it's not his fault that Shaky Dog's team are not rolling well. But at the same time, he's given so many shots at the ball, and a lot of them could have been, stopped.
And the Armor 7's not breaking either.
No.
Or if it is, it just stuns.
Yeah, and that's for both.
I mean, really, like this guy Fez, NTB did that to himself. And the one gutter runner with the Armor 7, that's what you could say that was. I mean,
he'll be praying that Rafi Jr. rolls a double to get Claw. That would be huge because he's leveled. So he'll be praying for Claw. If not, he might go tackle. I don't know what he's going to do, but it's just.
I don't think he needs to roll mutation for that, does he? Storm Vermin?
Yeah, double needed.
They do Storm Vermin. I thought that was only Underworld Storm Vermin.
What?
Regular Storm Vermin, I think, have access to mutations without rolling doubles, right?
Nope. That's the Underworld ones. The Underworld Blitzers can have it as a normal, as mutation.
Oh.
But obviously, Rafi Jr. is NTB's rat, so he has to roll a double for Claw. So yeah, they have to roll. I mean, he might roll double. Who knows? But I don't know what else he'd give it. Maybe tackle. I'm not sure, but I'm sure he'll figure that out. He's decided, I'm just gonna hit this.
Tell you, man, this game, look, you can't even break Armor 7. This game is the kind of game that I have, and then makes me think I probably never want to play Blood Bowl again.
Yeah.
I just want to stop playing it. Why do I keep doing this to myself? This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'd rather go play something that at least I can control better.
Yeah. Yeah, it's and the thing is as well, I suppose, when you've played for months on and done so well, and then for that to happen, it's like it's a kick in it. It's just a kick in the teeth, isn't it?
I'd say I'd pick this guy up, this freaking Shepherd's Bush Goblin, and I would.
What's he doing now?
Is he blitzing or he hasn't blitzed?
He's already blitzed. He's already blitzed. I don't know what
Oh,
he's
yeah.
doing.
So,
I won't put that.
Setting himself up to take a mighty blow hit and then get served or something?
I don't know. Maybe he's said, you know what, screw
I
it.
don't know. I would still foul with this guy. I take Shepherd's Bush and foul.
Maybe he's thinking NCB might have quad skulls.
Yeah, there he goes.
Oh, you know you'll get sent off for this, don't you?
Yeah, do whatever you got to do, man.
No,
try to even nothing. Still stunned, man.
Oh dear.
These rats' armor does not break.
Surely he's gonna score now. You can't. Well, he's looking for quad skulls, and they ain't there.
This terrifies me that NTB's players are responding this way. It makes me feel like they're definitely going to continue. Yeah, see, this is a surf.
Yep. Oh yeah, there's a surf's there. The surf's there. But do you know what? I ain't gonna criticise after what's happened to him. Oh, that helps. That's not a if that's a reroll, you deserve to be punished. Well played. That's one thing I've liked about NTB. All his rolls have been very secure, very clever, well
Still
thought.
Could be a surf.
Just score. What more do you want to do? Just win.
Yeah.
This is for the final. I never understand.
He doesn't want to take the LOS hits, I think.
There you go. Just, put your loaders on there. You've got plenty of them. So Mr. Tavares scores. It's 2-0.
But this is, like, look how many rats are still on the pitch. There's no attrition. Like, if this happens in our match, I think he still wins. If I can't remove rats...
Yeah. Well, I like I said, I mean, everybody I believe will be on the serious Jets train. I get it. You've won every single game this season. You played very well, and your team is far superior. But, as I've said before, and people just laugh at me, rats with loads of inducements are scary. You lose the ball, and he could wizard you, boom, pick the ball up, score 1-0, boom, pick your ball up, score 2-0, obviously 2-0 down. He's got a 1-10 as well. And people just seem to not understand that. I know, like you're like me, we like to play the underdog card, but I'm not saying you're the underdog, but there is massive dangers. If you switch off, he'll punish you.
Yep.
But you can tell about.
That's why I'll be honest. When I looked at both teams going in, I was like, I think I'd rather play the underworld.
Oh, I would absolutely. I'd be like, give me the. And that's not to do with anything to do with the coaches. I'm looking at the two teams, and I'm thinking of the inducements, and I'm thinking, oh man, please don't make me play against the rats with all them inducements. Let me get the other one. I'd still be confident against either of these two teams because your team's very good, but I would fear the rats because rats can do rats BS. And,
I won't lie, though. I am glad to see, what's his name?
Oh my god! NTP's done serious jobs! I just jumped in, it's on mute. I've been greatly in Nuffle's favour.
No, NTB, no. You haven't been in Nuffle's favor. It's been completely skill. Luck does not matter in this game.
No.
That's Blood Bowl.
Hey, it's Blood Bowl.
You said it. Do not go back on it. You said it.
No, I mean...
You said it.
What
nope.
Can you do? What can you
I don't want to hear it. And NTB, do not go back on it. Stick with what you said because, you know what? There have been plenty of blocks that you weren't able to knock his players down. And you got screwed on those.
I mean, to be fair to MVP, he said that I made two huge stupid errors in first 4 turns, and that to me is a good sign of a good coach when you can look and go, yeah, you can understand what the mistake was, and like I said, he's gonna have to change that against you because dice aren't always gonna save you. They're not gonna save you.
If his Skaven are able to take punches like this and not come off the pitch, I'm in trouble.
Yeah, but again, I think as I said, in the game when people talking about attrition and all that, and I quite clearly said, look, Serious Jess team isn't that killy. He's got 2 claw, yes, but they haven't got Mighty Blow. You're not really...
We got 4 Mighty Blow.
Yeah, you're talking to me.
Well, aside from the wolves, but yeah, I don't have claw MP, yeah.
Yeah, 4. Rookie numbers, bump them up.
Hey, if we're playing Chorfs, then yes, I agree. Then that's the thing about Necro, though, right? Being a hybrid team means that when you play bashy teams, you got. I mean, you're relying on your speed and agility. Yeah. And then if you get, if a bashy team, like by the way, in the F4, like for instance, unless I'm playing the Misfits. Right, the Romantics have consistently gotten beaten up by most teams. We've had our good matches here and there, but for the most part, you look back at our the bashy F4, we usually get outpunched. but we save ourselves with the agility, with the speed, you know. But if we're playing rats or elves, we're not winning agility and speed. These are teams that are designed; they're better at that than us. So we have to be good at the bash.
Yeah, but it's just one a reroll of his Underground Souls. They come back on, gentlemen.
You never know.
I don't. Can he actually 110 though from there? I don't know. 1, 2. 3,
yeah.
4.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, he's gonna have to do 2 GFRs though. He'll probably kill himself on the snow.
You gotta try, right? You gotta do it here.
God loves a tryer. Don't know about Niffle though.
Yeah. I think you take your blocks.
God, I don't know what you do here. I
think
my head would have gone a long time ago.
Take that one block on the rack, on netlet or whatever, on that line rat. Then pick up that ball, take your GFIs, hand it off, and just go for it. Throw. See what happens.
It's just a nightmare.
Take a blitz too. So you take a blitz. Maybe you knock out you hit that dirty player or something.
I mean, if I'm in NTB shoes, the only thing I'm really worried about is like, oh my god, my dice have been. Nuffles really helped me in the semi-final. What's he going to do in the final? And well, I helped you in the semi-final. I'm not going to help you in the final. But man,
I'm sure he's going to make it tough, man.
Oh, he will. He'll make. Like I say, it's going to be. It might come down to who holds the composure the best in the final. I think Alma proved that with his tilting with the wizard, as he said. You know, when I spoke to him. What's he doing here?
Just no breaks. It's no breaks. Just does not get helped out at all.
I mean, it's really funny because like where you was like, oh my god, all that, and we're both just like comatose, like I don't believe what we're seeing here. I mean, what can we do? We can't. We feel like we're in mourning. We feel like this is a stream for mourning. Like, dearly beloved, here lies Shaky Dog's player hopes. He's a good coach, but Nuffle said no.
He's trying to two-turn this, and I don't think it's enough to two-turn because you're going to have to get this ball back. And NTB has a wizard he hasn't used yet. No.
Oh,
you have
there we
to.
go.
Yeah, it looks like he's going for it for the one turn. But
right,
okay, so he's done that.
So you need to get rid of that.
Get rid of
line wrap first.
Yep.
Oh my god, it's been eaten. His Star Goblin has been eaten while I just summed the game up, Jerry.
Yep.
Oh, Powell there as well. Calm down with your dice. Come on. Here we go.
No attrition. Just no attrition.
Lob to the crowd. Throw it to the crowd. Throw it to the crowd. Throw it to the crowd.
I want to see his touchdown.
Crowd. Oh my god, he just impaled and killed the one-turner.
Oh, no, too much.
Here we go.
I don't know if he has enough time right now. Like, even if he makes this... Oh, he's got to go? Can he make it or no?
I don't know. I can't
he's got a potato.
See?
What? No!
Yeah,
you got to do this. You got to do this.
Wow.
Woo! Barely 1 second on the clock, on the play clock. Aldgate with the big touchdown. All of a sudden, we may have a match.
I call that the James Bond move, scoring with 1 second to go.
I don't even know why he individually clicked each space. You're going for it. Go for it.
I have
you
no idea.
Don't have a choice.
Maybe he thought, well, if I fail the first one, I'm just going to stay put.
Yeah, I'm going to stand on the end zone and let them throw a hit on me? No. A 3-die, no less?
Maybe thinking because he's got the horn, he'll lightning bolt him, he'll take the electricity and frazzle all the Skaven and then score next turn and win the game. I don't know. But, yeah,
Why is the troll back? That's what I want to know. Why is the troll back? Yeah, bring him up.
Because that's how he rolls. You don't tell me what to do.
The thing that throws me off about even playing Underworld is that you got to consistently put, way too consistently for me, put goblins on the line.
Both teams get extra reroll. But I'll be honest, one time's got 3 turns left. I would have been tempted to bring all my Underworld up. Maybe leave a safety and the rest come up. And we bring the house.
Yeah.
I think keeping back there, it's going to take him probably 3 turns. Because he's going to take this ball and take it back to the end zone.
Yep.
He rolled a 1 though.
Oh!
Ooh.
Double 1. If it's a double 1, this could change. Okay.
Come
double
on.
1 could have changed the game.
See, NTB could have been an entertainer there and rolled a double 1 so we could have shown some excitement. But no, he had to pick the ball up. How selfish of him.
Which is again why I would have said keep that goblin. I mean, no, actually, the troll beam back there allows him to run up
And
throw one of these goblins.
Yeah, but Rafi finally just found his range. He's gonna pow him. Take a bit of this. Bang.
Ouchie.
Oh, he's only stunned though. It's actually like a champ. It's a shame that the trolls can't have multiple throw. Just throw everything. Throw them all up there.
Right. That'd be insane. Imagine that multi-throw.
I have about 5 goblins ready. Throw one,
so
eat
OP.
one. Throw one, eat one.
Everybody, yeah. Everybody would play Goblins or Underworld if that was the case.
Well, that wouldn't be a bad thing.
Multi-throw.
That'd be awesome. Multi-throw.
You really just can't guard against them.
Keep throwing, lobbing out the ball carrier. The first one didn't hit yet. I'll try again.
So you gotta send multiple threats downfield at this point. You absolutely have to. Because...
Well, that's why I couldn't stand why he had himself out back. I would have been like, look, if I lose a player, so be it. I've still got my Apo, so, you know.
Yeah.
You've got to risk it for a biscuit. The players are too far. I know Rats are fast, but it's just too far back for my liking.
Yeah, you got to send Warren Street down.
Thing is, as well, is Aldgate's not even next to the troll, are they? What's a bit crazy. I would have had him next to the troll so I could lob him over. Then he can blitz.
Well, you can move the troll and throw, right?
Yeah, I know, but but wouldn't it be easy just to put the goblin next to the troll in the first place?
Yeah.
You know, it'd be a lot easier. The frenzy piece, well, I haven't done much all game. Besides to chaos someone as bows out. At least he scored a touchdown, you know? A bit more respectable. You just got, I don't know, you just throw everything you can now. Ironically, he's now got 3 rerolls. Not that they've really helped him, but this is now going to be interesting what he does.
Yeah. He's got to push downfield. He's got to put a body on Koro. Got to put a body in Koro. Maybe blitz through with Warren Street. No, you got to mark that guy up. You can't leave.
It might bring someone else, maybe. I don't know. He's still got plenty more to put in, hasn't he? But
guy needs to get downfield. Warren Street needs to get downfield, definitely. And then he needs to throw a goblin with Pancreas if he can.
Never give up, never surrender. Wasn't that what Winston Churchill said, Osris?
You gotta mark him, bro. You gotta mark him. I would have put 2 guys marking him, if anything, so that he can't throw to him without it being
Here we go.
repeated.
Thank you for flying, Troll Airways. Please fasten your seatbelt. It could get choppy. Woo! Oh no!
Ouch.
Landing. Does it? Oh.
Yeah, there you go.
It the second time.
You rolled it.
Bro. Oh no! Is he in blitz range? He is. Oh, don't blitz. Oh my god, he's blitzing now. If he fails this.
You know what though?
Oh, that's unlucky. He didn't get it, and he ain't got no reroll. Oh,
that's fine. It's fine. He pushes him back.
I know, but.
And now he's got a body on him. And this is what he needed to do was really put it. That's why you gotta have bodies on Koro. Now Koro can take off, and it's a wrap.
I'm gonna take off. Watch this. Nuffle's like,
now he has to keep Warren Street back.
Nuffle's like, haha, watch for my next trick. Double one on this. Watch this, people. Bernie thought his tip was lucky. Haha, joke's on you. Watch this, bad boy. I think he's gonna have to do something. I don't know what he's gonna do.
So you needed the 2 bodies on that. Oh no.
Maybe
no, it's just like a.
I don't know. He's. I feel he's got a plan here. I'm gonna give him the benefit.
He's allowing NTB to just dodge out easily with Ziz, hand it off to Koro on a 2+, and then that's game because they're just gonna these rats are gonna sweep around and cage.
What he's doing is like, right, you're gonna dodge. I'm praying that there's a double one somewhere. Probably what happened, but he'll pass it to Corona or whatever we call him, Koro or whatever. He's gonna cage up, and then he's gonna come in with his strength. His agility 5 piece. He's gonna roll a pout. He's gonna break its neck. The ball's gonna bounce out. He's gonna pick up with a ball and then score 10-16. That is his game plan. He's saying. He's saying you're gonna have to come and make a cage up here.
Here comes the wizard.
Yeah, he's got the wizard as well, hasn't he? Bloody alright, I forgot you had that. Scumming a wizard. Whatever next. Right. Oh, okay.
Not gonna use it.
He's gonna.
Not now, anyway.
Well, that's pretty smart, to be fair.
Ugh.
Oh, he hasn't even got block, has he? That poor little thing. Oh, he's all right though. He's all right.
So this is not what I thought.
Yeah, but I can see what he's doing.
Yeah, I can see why, because he's still got Aldgate is
But I will say this though, that not breaking is huge, because that means he can now still attack with the rest of his Underworld team, and he knows that Aldgate is a scoring opportunity for turn 16.
Yeah.
So him not breaking there is massive.
It's a good point.
So
he's got some options too.
He's got a better chance than we thought he'd have. That's the only thing he can do. Now, wow, okay. I'll least the.
Is he making this entertaining on purpose?
Maybe. I don't not hit it.
I thought he was going to hand that off or something.
So you can't blitz that guy now because
nope.
So many options.
But that guy's dangerous. Can he reach 2, 3, 4, 5?
Dangerous. He can with. I mean, I thought the snow was going to mess up the rat, the one turning, but obviously the way the game's panned out, it hasn't.
Right.
I just think he could have made this a lot easier himself by saying, "Hey, strength 4 piece, you want to carry the ball? No, you can get the ball off if you do. It's going to be a red die. No? Okay, I'll take it. I'll make it interesting. I mean, I've only got 228 XP. I need some more, right?"
It looks like NTP's trying to go for the score. He's prioritizing. He's like, no, I want it 3-1.
You know what? I don't want it. I don't want my game not to be as exciting as Serious Jest. I'm going to throw a 2-0 lead and win it in overtime and say my game was better than yours, Jesty. Take that. Because at the moment this is a what is it? Agility 5. So yeah, we're gonna. He can. Oh, can he? That's the question.
Yeah.
I think he can. It's going to be cage dive. It's going to be tricky cage dive, but again, he's giving him a shot what he shouldn't have. He needs to get Aldgate up there, wherever he is. Aldgate needs to get up. Aldgate, come in. Aldgate, you need to be up.
Yeah.
You need to get up, boy.
I think he's trying to figure out. I think he's leaving him from standing up, because if he stands him up, I think he might think about putting him in the end zone, and he doesn't want to do that.
Well, I'd be standing on him if he doesn't. I won't lie.
Yeah.
See, I would have done that. I would have had two options. I would be thinking, do I cage dive, what he's going to do now, or blitz the loner and then put my troll there? But I bet he's thinking, well, my troll's rolled so many ones, I aren't risking that. I'm going to go for the Hail Mary plan.
I don't like that. You just moved him back. All you got to do now is knock this guy down, and he's done. Or instead, even if you left him on the floor where he was, he can get to the end zone really easy.
I think he's thinking because of the snow.
Like it.
I think it's the snow he's thinking of. But you've still got another.
He wouldn't have even took a GFI. He was laying three spaces away from the end zone. Why move him here? I don't. I guess I'm guessing that he's thinking I need to make the pass there, and that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. He's trying to do.
Okay. I mean, it's just different. There's different things you got to think about. To me, if I'm NTB on the very next turn, I'm hitting this goblin because even pushing him back a square helps. If you knock him down, he's done.
On the jet plane.
I guess he's got multiple options, so you can. Right off the bat, that is Nuffle saying, "Go to hell." That is cruel. That's so cruel. It's a few times where he's been like, "Oh, great idea, Shaky. Wow, you're a brilliant coach. That was a great game plan to maneuver around the way I've shit on you this entire game. But you know what? Now I'm gonna reward you. Oh, no, I'm not. Here's a couple ones." Sucker.
And again, the reason I feel so bad for him is that NTB could have done that so he couldn't have got a shot on the ball, really. Or it could have made it safer, like I said, giving it to a strength 4 piece or something. I don't understand why the strength 2 piece has the ball when he's got players who can get that ball no problem, as long as he doesn't roll double ones and low numbers, you know. And that's I think that's why I feel a lot worse for for shaky. If it was like ridiculously caged halves coming in 5s and 6s, then I'll be like, well, majority of the time you're going to fail them. You know, and I'd feel sorry for NTB if they'd gone against him. But the chances are, it's been double ones galore what saved him. I just feel like it's just it's been a long time since I've seen a game like this.
This is the opposite of my game with Almo, where the other one was just like, and even the opposite, like of Berzo's match with V, where it was just punch, counter punch, counter punch. Yeah. You don't know who's going to win until the very end. Yeah. You know, this is. To shake his credit, he still made it a game.
And that's why he's such a good coach. I just thought, looking at the teams, you know, the Rats would win this easy, and they haven't won it easy. But I think it's because NTB's just tempted Nuffle. I really do. He really has tempted Nuffle. Is he going for the one? No.
He is because if he fails,
well,
look at that.
Well, that is.
What if this goes out of bounds?
He's got to reroll.
What if this?
Oh wow.
What if this goes out of bounds and Shaky picks it up?
What if he gets injured? Oh wow.
Another favorable bounce though. He didn't get the score, but he got a favorable. All right.
Okay. Right. Explain this to me. This guy cannot level again. He can't level. This guy who's just fell over can't level. If that ball goes out like he did on 10, was it 1 or 2? That ball could be thrown all the way to the other side of the pitch to make it 2-2.
Yep. I think that's NTB saying, I want the score to be 3-1 because that's rat life. We score. That's what we do. And that's what, you know. You've seen this from pro teams sometimes where they're like going for the extra score. You know what? None of them will sacrifice to win. But
I don't know. I must not be in on the joke on this. I'm like I don't know what to say.
By the way, here's the other thing. There was an opportunity. No, there wasn't.
I personally think he wanted to 110.
There was.
I think he was.
Hold on.
Go on, sorry.
Sorry. 1-2. No, because of the blizzard, he had no opportunity. Yeah, no, you're right.
I just think his ego got the better of him. I think he's saying, look, I was just a hand fail. I'm going to rub it into his face and go, look, my 110 can do it. Now, if that 110, no, honestly, I think that's what it was. I'm being genuinely serious because I know a lot of people like that.
And that's an AV6 one-turner too.
That's an AV6.
Do you know how happy I would have been if that one-turner got injured?
That is an AV6. His best player. That is a guy who can win him the title. That is a guy who can win him the title, and he in the blizzard, what needs a 3+, he goes for it. It could have cost him the game. It could have. Shaky. I mean, I'll be just like. I don't know. I just feel so bad for Shaky. I really do. I mean, I don't. I mean, what do you say to the guy? I don't know. I don't know.
Take a shot. Hey, don't forget. Oh, he's not taking the last hits on that gutter runner.
Yeah, damn it, I would have been injured. And ironically, Troll, who was pretty poor all game, gets the MVP. That's about the way it works. I think has he leveled? I don't know. I don't know if he's leveled. I think he did level.
Crap.
I think he did level. Like I say, congratulations to NTB. He's in the final. He obviously is deserved to get there. I don't think that was a great game. I'll be honest. I think. I mean, like, I think we all moan when things are going wrong. It's very genuine. I would tilt. I would have tilted in that game because of the shots he kept giving me. He kept giving me shots, and the dice like,
That's so frustrating.
That's why you'd be tilted. Bad dice are one thing, but when your opponent's giving you dice, and then at the end, he went for the TFI, he fails it in the end zone, the ball scatters the other way, I've got to... No, the ball... I know yours went out, and we threw it to the Rats, but this time, joke's on you. Me and NTV got this planned.
There was so many opportunities where, like, it was one dice roll away from something crazy happening, right? If that ball bounces the other way, like you said, into the end zone, gets thrown across the field, and we go into overtime, and then Shaky wins the toss, NTB would have been kicking himself. You know, but there were so many times, like, you know, the dodges happen, and at the very end, all of a sudden, there's a double one or, you know, a 2 or something like that. You know, it's just... Nuffle is cruel.
I don't know. I just can't fathom why you'd go for the touchdown. With the final, you've got the game won, and by doing that, you score to win 3-1. Why? I don't personally. My head can't fathom it apart from look, I scored. For the fans,
This is
really?
well, look. I think this was kind of a more Shotzian move where you did it for the entertainment.
Oh yeah, but
NTB saying,
leaping's
I want to
awesome.
score that. I want to make it 3-1. And just
don't know.
like rub it in there and show dominance. People love touchdowns.
But
I know.
Yeah, but I'll be honest. I'll be honest. If I've just beaten Shaky like that, the last thing I want to do to the poor lad is rub it into him.
Yeah.
I would
no,
feel
all
bad.
good points.
But...
Yeah, look, NTB's in the chat saying for the fans, baby. And I feel I don't blame them. They like to score. Rodentia likes to score. That is the team personality.
If that's how they play, then that's fair dues.
Yeah, but... I think it's not about. I don't think at all, especially with those two coaches being in chat. I don't at all think it's him rubbing it in, but it's him showboating. And you're right. He could have paid for it. That would have been nice if that AV6 broke beyond the stun. And then he went into the final. But I told you, on the other hand, though, I don't want. I'm already going in with, I'd say, a pretty clear advantage. Except that one turner is saving him. I don't want it to be an asterisk like, oh well, he didn't have his one turner. So good. I welcome your one turner. We will hunt him.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just
all match.
I don't know. I've never been. I don't think I've ever been in a game where I'm going to come off stream and I feel like I've just lost, and I haven't played. I just feel devastated, and that's not against NCB. I mean, it's not his fault, but it gave him so many chances, and it's like he didn't have to give him them. NCB just. It was like NCB was like, Nuffle's got my back. I can just do this because I know you're going to fail. And Shaky's like, I'm going to take the shot because surely Nuffle will reward me. And he didn't. We had quad skills, we had double ones all over the place. Obviously, the ball fell out on a double one, and I don't know what you say to Shake. I just don't. Apart from probably the best player in the world wouldn't have won them dice.
You say good job despite the fact that just today wasn't your day, but you coached your ass off. Your team didn't support your game plan. They didn't execute well, and it's not your fault.
Yeah, I mean,
but they got this far, man. With that team, I'm just surprised they got this far with that team. Yeah. And there's a lot to be said for that. Yeah. Just like the way, there's, not so much again, because you and I have both agreed on this. The Skaven team being quote unquote broken, but still has some great key players, and then get a bunch of line rats and inducements. They're super dangerous too. Yeah. So,
I just think, like, the thing I like about NTB, he'll always try, and in the game against, what's his name? Fox. He had no right to win that, and full credit to him. He got there, and he's come out with a really tough player pool. Did NCB? There's a lot of big stars in there, and he did what he did with a very small squad. So credit to NCB, and that's why I was serious and said, look, I fancy him. I think he's got a shot. Oh, he might get beat.
He definitely has a shot.
But he's got a shot.
Definitely has a shot. I would not be surprised if they win.
I'll tell you what, he's got to play better than that. I'll be brutal if he does that against you. I can't see two games where two teams have horrid dice like that. He's got to protect that. He's got to protect that ball carrier.
I will say this though, Bernie. I think this is human nature. Everything is going your way, and because I see this, see this consistently.
You see it in all sports.
Like you see, and everything's going your way, and you're like, no, I got this. You know what? I can afford. I'm going to make this block. I would have been a little more scared about making earlier. I'm going to leave this player exposed because every one of this other guy's hits have not been doing anything. So why not? I'll just leave this guy sitting out there. And people get comfortable. And that happens to everybody. It happens to me too.
It's going to be interesting final. Like I said, rats, and NTB. And the good thing is, NTB knows how to play rats. So he's played these for so long. I think a lot of people want to win because he's the underdog. I think that's just genuine nature. And it would be a nice story.
Wait, I thought I was the underdog. I'm the underdog.
Well, hey, look, I've just been.
But we agreed. I'm the underdog.
No, but I've just been paid a lot of cash and a nice mansion.
Okay.
I'm gonna, But I mean, I just, it would be nice to retire, going to the sunset and all that sort of stuff. I like I say, I was appalled by the security staff ejecting Han for trying to go onto the pitch and helping his gut run. I thought that was atrocious, and we will be having words. We will be putting a complaint into the MML. I think there's rough-handed. There's no need for it. But that's why he didn't want to play for Rodentia anymore. He goes, helps one of his players and gets beat up. What can I say, you know? But no, I mean, in all fairness, you know, he's had a great season as NTB. He deserves to be in the final.
I love the fact that he's kept that same team. Like, I've watched again, there's a lot of pixel huggers out there. Well, all right, NTB is a pixel hugger in a way that I like. That he loves his players. He really does. Like, write stories about them and then like tries to preserve them. Didn't want to fire a lot of them when they catch injuries. Like, I like that. He's held on to his team, original. Like, that's why I like Rand. I like what they've done. I'm gonna be sad to see them go and start over.
But I mean, it's like with Hantavirus, for instance. Obviously, you know, I mean, I don't use many one-turners because I don't play them sort of teams. But if I had, I'd be like, keep him on the pitch. But because it's Han and the story behind Han and people wanting to lynch Han and they kill Han and all that, you know, the fluff in it, I'm like, shit, man, I dare put him on the pitch, man. But that's because that's all credit to NTB creating such a wonderful character and what that character did in the MML. And obviously, I remember when I was in the MLFS time and people was lightning bolting a Han and trying to kill Han and was all after Han. And that's the good thing about it when you create players like obviously NTB did with Han, and you know the stories you get, and like I say, you know, obviously we've had it in failing tonight as well. But to me, that's just like builds the history. You know, he's now needing redemption, and it's good when you can get good stories like that. And obviously we had the story obviously with Shawn Michaels and various other ones as well, and that's what I think is important in the MML, and that's what I like about the MML is because you can have your stories with your players and character. You don't see that in a lot of other leagues, and I think we should embrace that. You know, and like I said, you know, Hantavirus, you know, cost us today, but I still love him because I love the character and I love the history behind that character, and I enjoy that people are trying to kill him still, you know. So I get what you're saying, and you know, I don't really get like pixel hugging too much. I try and protect my best players, but Han's probably the first player I've genuinely dreaded losing. You know, I try and put into my head, he dies, but I'm like, no, he can't die. Especially can't die to NTB, because then we'd never hear the last of it. And I think in a way that's good, because it messes with your head, but it also, even though it's just a pixel, it's like, you feel he's alive. And like we had a joke earlier about, you know, him getting sent off and all that, and I think that's, you know, I think it's good to have that sort of storytelling. And that, to me, is a good thing about the MML, and I hope MML don't lose that. But regarding the Game Shakers in chat, I don't know what to say, mate. I mean, if you watch this back, you're a braver man than I would be. But
yeah, this is the kind of game I'd put in my rear view, and I don't even want to hear the comments. Like, even though the comments are going to be commiserating with me, like, I would just make me relive the whole crap again, and just like, nah, no thanks.
It's a bad one. I mean, everyone saw it, everyone knows. All I will say is, it was an amazing coaching performance from you. You threw everything at it. You did everything right. It was just one of those days Nuffle said, no, I want NTB grudge match with Jesty. I'm sorry, Shake. It's nothing personal.
This is one of the worst best coached, one of the worst but best coached losses. So not worst coached, but worst losses that was best coached.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
You came out with a lot of credit in that game. I think everybody, you know, I think even people wanted NTB to win it. In the end, was like, oh my god, I really hope Shake at least takes to overtime because he deserves at least that because of what happened. And then you got the one at the end, and we're just like, I mean,
hey, that's the Shaky's credit. He won some. I think he won some fans over with this game, even in the loss.
I mean, he won me over in Blitz. He got destroyed in Blitz, and I know a few coaches would have thrown the dummy out the pram. Oh, I'm quitting Blitz or whatever, and he just was like, shit. I'm just going to keep playing. I'll wait till next season. And, you know, and I said, I think it was the Bears, I said, look, if Shaky has a healthy season, he could win season 9. I really fancy him. And seeing that, I'm like, you know, he's such a great coach. You know, and he's a great person as well. And you know, great coach is one thing, but being a great human being as well is obviously a lot more important, and he is both of them. And you know, I'm sure he'll be back probably next season, and maybe next season they'll get the rub of the green. You know,
Wyatt says, or Cyrus says he loved the throw teammate TD.
Yeah,
me too.
Yeah.
By the way, we didn't talk about that enough. That despite all that stuff, that TD was awesome.
Yeah. It was a good one, especially leaving it to 1 second, proper James Bond style. That was plenty of respect there.
Yeah, I'm sure MTV was like, it was great. I'm sure even MTV was cheering for him at that point.
Yeah, I mean, he was one of those things.
Cheer for that CD.
I mean, you know, I suppose if I was Shaky Dog, the only thing I would say to NTB was, haha, joke's on you, you spent on a wizard, didn't need it. Haha, sucker. Something funny like that. I think that's the best comeback I could have come up with him. But, I mean, it was an odd game. NTB did what he needed to do. He's in the final. That's all what matters. I still believe he's got a good shot against you. I really do.
Yeah,
and I'm
not being funny about that.
Yeah.
Like, you and I agree on that. Skaven with, like, if you have a few core players, especially a one-turner,
Yep.
and then you have, he's got two claw pieces left? I don't know. With inducements and filler,
Yeah.
he's just gonna, I think he's got a good shot.
I mean, the thing is, he's like...
I'm the underdog.
Yeah, lost my second best gutter runner. Yeah. I mean, Han tried to save him. He came on as the apple and tried to save him, NTB, and then got slung out. Yeah, well, there you go.
To replace that gutter runner, though, he's got the strength 3 guy with leap coming back, Roger.
Yeah. He's got a lot of good. He's got a lot of good players. He can get that stabby guy if he wants it. He's got the claw piece, strength 4 juggernaut piece. He can get. He's going to obviously have a wizard.
Raffi leveled. So his Storm Merman, Mighty Blow Storm Merman leveled. He's got Coral Tobias leveled.
Yeah.
So now he's got a Blodge gutter runner that's leveled.
He's got pieces, and we all know NTB's not scared to try anything crazy, and a lot of times they pay. Raffi rolled a double apparently. Are you winding us up? He's probably winding us up. Shall we go and have a look?
I'm looking. He hasn't picked them yet.
Yeah, he hasn't picked it.
He may have just rolled it and said that. But
Jess Cat's calling you out, saying, "Prove it. Take the skill. Take the skill now. Prove it. You're taught. Prove it."
Hey, if any admin are around and they want to roll the week, that would be great because I think Alma may have accidentally not confirmed our match, and
that's not good, is it?
I don't think I leveled anybody, but we'll see.
Horns or claw? It's claw all the way. Why would you take horns? You've got the juggernaut strength 4 piece you can take in the inducements.
Jeez, he's going to have 1,000. No, not 1,000. It's not going to be 1,000 because he's got a lot of filler.
Do you think he's trying to get in your head pretending that he's taking horns when we all know he's taking claw? He's taking claw, and we know he's taking claw.
I don't care really either way. I'm not one of those people that like you can ask anybody. Like during the week, I'm not. I'll take a look in advance, and I'd like to. I like you said, I'm with you on this. Like the waiting until the last second to pick your level your players and stuff up. I'm not good with that. But other than that, I'm not one of those guys that like throughout the whole week I'm stressing like, oh, let me look at this and let me look at this, and that's just not me.
I'm just having a quick look at the NTB's team.
Early on in the MML, I was more like that.
So this sprint dash, so he's got him, the one turner. He's got his, that's nice, strength 3 wrestle piece, leap, that's a nice piece. Luckily you've got strength 4 ball carriers. He's got that strength 4 frenzy, he's got his dead players still. Wow. So he's got pieces. He's definitely got pieces. Obviously he's going to keep the 110 off the pitch. So he'll come on to try and do, what he can do in the 110. He's got a chance, and I think the big thing is the wizard. If he can get the wizard off and he can get the ball and score, and his 110 works, that's 2 touchdowns he's got. I mean, this is all hypothetical. Let's just say them 2 things paid off. That means you have to score 3 times. That's not going to be easy. I mean, you can do it. You got the pieces, but I can see this game being extremely close. And that's what we want for a final, don't we? Like I said, if you guys, obviously, when you talk off air, if you can let me know, if I can, I will obviously stream it for you.
Definitely.
So that'll be my pleasure, but just let me know. The more
he's downplaying it. He's over there and he's saying, "Oh yeah, I'm the favorite to win this, and I should win this, and whatever." But no, he's got an Alma style team here. There is some very, really, really good core players here, which he's going to get to surround with fodder and inducements. So I don't want to hear it.
Yeah,
I'm not taking this for granted at all.
No, I don't think you'd ever take anything for granted. That's one of your skills. That's why you're like me. It's like you play the underdog card because the reason you do that is so you don't get complacent. That's the reason I do it. Because if I'm thinking, oh, it's going to be easy, I get complacent. But I'm just looking at your team now. So you've got your strength 4 leaper. That's a huge piece. Obviously, you've got the other strength 4 game night, the white. So you've got enough.
I definitely. Obviously, my team makes it hard for him to hide people from me for very long.
Yeah, I suppose one thing we did learn when Alma did take out one of your wolves, you seemed to struggle a bit. When you lost your wolf for that drive. So I suppose.
It was tough to keep up with him at that point. Yeah. And like as NTV's pointing out,
faster.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think it'll be a good game. It all depends on the inducements it takes. You know, and like I say, usually when you see teams like what NTB's got, I won't give them a chance. But Rats are one of those very few teams what excel. You get the ball loose, they pick it up, they've gone. You know, and your strength is in your Wolves, mainly because of the speed, and he's just laughing at that speed. He can keep up with you, so you're not going to be able to, you know, blow them away with speed. And I think it'll be a good game. I really do. I think your ball will be a bit more safer, apart from the Wizard, where I think NTB is going to have to be a bit careful because obviously you've got your leaping Wolf. So I think it'll be a good game either way. What's he saying? I am so far the underdog. I'm running. The run of all the underdogs. Yeah, you are. I would agree with that, NTB, but you're actually the favourite. You're the favourite for two reasons.
He's going to have a Claw MB Storm Vermin. He has a Strength 3 Gutter Runner with Leap and Raj. He's got a one natural one-turner who he could keep off the pitch. He says another Gutter Runner that just leveled. A Strength 4 Lineman with Tackle and Frenzy. A Dirty Player, and he's going to hire the Stabby Stab dude and the Fat Guy.
And you forgot the most important thing is he's a champion. You're not, so he has to be the
underdog.
And the most important thing is I tipped him to win it. That's just like a free player. So,
no way I'm winning this.
There's no way you're going to win it. I'm sorry, I've just proved to you by tipping NTB there. You've seen the power I gave to my coach. We don't lose. It wasn't Nuffle, it was me. You know, simple as that. Nuffle didn't have nothing to do with it. It was me. I can say it now. It's all out there. I had your back, NTB. Next time, I'll make your hand stabs you with it. But no, we're done. Really, really, seriously, congratulations, NTB, to get the team to the final. Really, really happy for you on the serious note. Really unlucky, Shaky Dog. Brilliant season, and you lost nothing in defeat there. Congratulations for Serious Jest, obviously making the final like NTB. I'm sure it'll be an amazing final, and may the best coach win. Is that the fairest thing to say? I don't know what else to say. I ain't going to say the dice. Dice are a bit of a hot topic at the moment, so I ain't going to say that.
Hey, you know, honestly, as I'm thinking about this, what a hell of a final. I think these are the two oldest or most oldest or most amount of games in the pros, maybe at this point. I don't know. He's because I know the human Disco Dable's human team took a couple seasons out. I don't know if they've still got us on a number of games, but two very very old MML teams here going at each other for
it should be a good final. It should be a good final. Like I said, you know, I know NTB said he needs a smoke break at half time, about 10 minutes. If that's all right, Justy. You know, I'm sure you won't stop him from having that. He's obviously learned from Alma's mistake. So about 10 minutes just to get them dice warmed up a bit more for the second half. You don't mind, do you? Good stuff. There you go. You're all right, NTB. So I've got you back, NTB. Got you covered, mate. Got you covered. But yeah, that's just done anyway. Thanks again for Serious Jess for doing a long slog on 2 games with me. He's going for heavy smoke.
A lot of fun, man.
Cheers for that. And thanks for everybody in chat. And like I say, well done to everybody. And we'll see you for the final, where I can promise you one thing: there's going to be carnage, there's going to be tears, and there's going to be some smoking hot dice. See you later. Bye-bye.